Okay, so you're logged into your site, and let's say you want to change a product that's in stock, or you want to link to a new store that is now selling your products. It's very easy to do. So once you are logged in, let me go back a screen. It's going to look like this. You're going to see your home page, and this is going to be your main menu. So we're going to click on Pages, and we're going to make our way to the page that you want to change. So in this case, we're going to go down here to our What's in Stock page, and we're just going to simply hover our mouse over the words of the page and click once, and that's going to open the page over here on the right. You'll know you're in editing mode in two ways. One, obviously, you see your menu here. You also have this little arrow here. So it's really important that you remember that when you're in this screen, you're seeing a somewhat crunched version of the site. The layout is going to look different because you're not looking at it in full screen. If you want to look at it in full screen, you come up to this arrow in the top left corner and just click, and that is going to show you what other people are going to see. And now we can see the site much better in the format that it's going to look like online. But we can't if we're in that full screen view, we can't make changes. So we've got to come back out of that view. And then when we hover over the text, we have really two options. We see here that we see the name of our page, and we see edit and settings. We really want to be in edit mode to change the text or the photos on the page. So one way to get there would just be to simply click edit. And then you're going to start seeing what really the back end of your site. We see here that you have a text box. We see if we hover over the picture, we have an image box. Everything in Squarespace is set up in boxes. This helps it display great on both an iPad, an iPhone, any mobile device. We don't use tabs or anything like that like you would use in Microsoft Word. We only use boxes in Squarespace. But we don't want to dive in too much of that. We don't think you're going to be changing the layout of the site. But in this case, again, let's say we want to just simply add a flavor that's in stock. All we want to do is click where we want to add. So let's say we want to add it to the bottom of the list. We're just going to click here at the end of this line, hit return, and add our new flavor. It would be that simple to add new text to your site, okay? If you want to add it somewhere else, just again, click anywhere you want to add, hit return, and add a new bullet there. Now, what if we want to link to a different page? In that case, so we'll look down here. These links are going to the JQ Dickinson website. But say we wanted to change that link. We would simply just highlight this text that we want to be the link, and we will come up here to our menu bar where you can see you can change it to bold or italics, and you have the alignment options, your numbered list, your bullet list here. But in this case, you want to click the little link image. And when we click on that, we're going to get an option. We can remove the current link, or we can edit the link. So we just want to click edit, and it simply brings up this new window. So you have three options when you link your text. You can link to an external website, in this case where we've linked here, and we could just simply type any other link over this. We could just backspace and say we want this to go to facebook.com, for example, and it would go there instead. But we don't want to do that. We want to, let me just cancel this. We don't say that. We're going to say yes. And now it's like we've made no changes. I'm going to go back into edit. Let's say we wanted to send this to a different page on your own website. So again, we'll go back into that link and say edit. We could click over here to content, and we could simply link to any page on your current site. So that's a great little shortcut. You don't have to type in the actual link that you find in the URL bar. You can just click on the page you want it to link to. Or if we clicked on files, we could add any document, a PDF document, Word document, Excel document, whatever you want to add. We could add that file, and that would turn that particular text into a link to open that new file. So you have a lot of different options there on linking text. When you see buttons that look like this, you can simply click on the edit there as well. And those are just, they work the same way. They're just a little more graphically pleasing to the eye. That's why we use a button. And so we can easily change the text of the button. If we want to change where the button links to, we click here and you're going to see that same menu, content, files, and external. In this case, this is going to the new page of your own website. So if you want to change the button, you simply use the same menu. If you want to change out a photo, it works the exact same way. You hover over the image, click on edit, and you can remove the current photo. Once you hit remove, you will have the option then to add and go to your computer and find a new image. And I'll give you some links to the Squarespace support site to help walk you through some of those changes as well. But I think right now you'll be most concerned with just adding events, changing your text out, your in-stock flavors, those types of things. So that will conclude this video on how to add a link or add new text to your website.